the U.S. Senate introduced a immigration reform bill that is bipartisan, both Democrats and Republicans on board. And what it aims to do is provide a path to at least legal residence to up to 11 million undocumented immigrants in the United States, which would be a vast, vast number compared to just the 3 million that Ronald Reagan passed in his immigration reform that he legalized during his immigration reform in the 80s. So you have a number nearly 4 times the size, and that speaks to the rapid growth of immigrants that we've had in this country, and it speaks to the fact that that bill didn't do enough to solve the problem. And so now this bill will essentially do a lot of good. It will give a path to a green card for people who come here and get their master's degree or their PhDs in science or medicine, but then would be sent back home when their student visas expire. I have several friends who I went to school with who are not from the United States and stayed and got their masters, but are still facing having to leave the country, even though they are the type of people that we want to stay in the country to get great jobs and pay taxes and contribute to society. It'll fix that problem. But the bad thing that it's going to do is it's going to, at least their proposal, the Senate's proposal, create kind of a permanent second-class group of citizens, these illegal immigrants who will pay their back taxes and pay the fine to get their green card or their permanent working visa. Because what it will do is, in order to trigger the citizenship requirement that can then give those people citizenship, the government has to certify that the border is secure, right? And that could mean a bunch of things. I mean, how do you even define that? It's very vague. It's confusing. It's ripe for political contention and fighting to make that happen. And so the Republicans inserted that on purpose, right? Because they're not really interested in helping illegal immigrants. They just want to look like it to the 70+% of Latinos that voted for President Obama during the 2012 election. And one of those Republican lawmakers who is really keen on looking like a bipartisan friend to the Latino is Senator Marco Rubio, the Cuban-American senator from Florida, who's widely seen as being a frontrunner for the 2016 presidential nomination. Now, what Rubio doesn't really, I don't think, has come to full terms with is the fact that his name is Rubio. And that while you may gain some favor with swing Latino voters by putting your stamp on this immigration bill, on the second hand, it's your party. On the other hand, it's your party that is going to create this problem in the bill with the second-class citizen issue. And so the Democrats are going to be able to hit you on that. So it'll hollow you out and make you show you who you really are on this issue, let alone all the other issues that you show your true colors on as a Tea Party Republican senator from Florida. But then there's the issue, like I said, that your name is Rubio, bro. If you get the nomination in 2016, the Republican base is not going to come out and support you in the general election. I hate to say it, the same Republican base that hates Obama because he's black. I mean, let's just real talk here. That's what this is. And so if you think that you're going to, A, get the nomination, or B, win the general with, like, Republican support united behind you, I don't understand how you're looking at the same constituency that hates Obama because he's a minority and would elect you as a minority, especially a minority that comes out strong on immigration reform. I mean, the Tea Party is going to be like, it's not what we signed up for, man. So, to me, this bill and this whole immigration issue just really makes a crystal clear how damned if you do, damned if you don't the Republican Party is right now. And this doesn't even, get into the fact that the Republicans control the House of Representatives and that the bill has to get through there. And it's highly unlikely that would happen, considering the fact that the Democrats in the House are going to want more liberal legislation than this, and the Republicans are going to want more conservative legislation than this. So I don't even understand how you would really find that middle ground, but hopefully we can, because this is important. But if we're going to reform the system, let's reform the system right, and let's not create this like halfway fix like Reagan did that didn't really solve the problem.